Now, I want to celebrate a young man at the Medina NIA headquarters junction, the traffic light. The traffic light, I understand, has not functioned for a very, very long time. And yesterday I told you that I'm with the regional minister. She says in 50 days, we will get 70% of Accra properly lit. So this gentleman, put up the video, please. This gentleman, Medina NIA headquarters. Now, so this gentleman is at the traffic light and he's helping to direct traffic. I'll bring that video to you in a bit. But it tells you a story about how, as Ghanaians, people genuinely want to help when they see a situation that is not, going right. It is not in our nature as Ghanaian people to see something that is not right and to shut up. These days, because of the proliferation of new media, people now tend to use their phones. Instead of helping people, they tend to video. They want to be on social media. They want to create a page. They want likes. They want to monetize what's going on, etc. But in the past, that is not how Ghanaians are. Naturally, that's not how we are. We have fellow feeling. We know how to support each other. We know how to help each other. And that is why when you hear that there's corruption here, there's corruption there, and somebody has actually taken money that is supposed to be for a whole lot of people, and just, a few people have taken and they are chopping, it makes you think, are they really Ghanaians? Look at this boy. Let's check him out. So this is the boy. And he's been there. He's doing this for something small for the boy's sake. But this is it. The traffic light has not functioned. According to the motorist that sent this to me, the traffic light has not functioned. What does it take to get a traffic light to function? I ask. What does it take to get a traffic light to function? I ask. What does it take to get a street light to function? I ask. And I'm asking these very simple questions because it hits me differently. Keep the video on. There's something that some senior citizens have spoken to me about called the Young Pioneers. They had a code: love for country, discipline and obedience, honesty and morality, punctuality, protection of state property, reliability and secrecy, comradeship and forbearance, love of work, field craft, unaffectedness, selflessness, striving to faultlessness. These were the code of the Young Pioneers. And yesterday when the president said, oh, we're going to introduce, we're going to introduce some military training to, people say, hey, Nigeria is doing it. Why can't we do it? You look at all the secondary schools. Come to me. School A is chasing school B. They are throwing stones at each other. They have machetes. Some even have guns. People are wounded. Somebody was killed at O'Reilly Secondary School. At that disco, somebody strangulated another student's head and hit the head on the edge of a metal bunk bed. At Accra Academy, somebody was holding a machete and was whipping another student with it. Just everything is just bazaar. The kind of discipline and the kind of reprimand that you expect from authorities is not there. Today, the country has become so bad that a parent of another, my uncle or my auntie cannot reprimand me. It didn't used to be that way. When I was a child, somebody could stop you in the middle of the road and say, "Why are you dirty? Tucking your shoes? Why are you tucking your shirt? Why are you wearing your shoes? Come on, two spanks on your backside," and that's it. Today, you cannot afford to do that, because if you try, somebody's parent will take you on. Of course, some people go the extreme, but I'm saying that how did we lose our Ghanaianness? Because that was what made us unique, where somebody cared about the next person and vice versa. How did we lose that? Look, I want to celebrate another teacher today. A teacher who is practicalizing. It reminds me so much of my technical skills and technical drawing teacher, Abe Kusam. It reminds me so much of that gentleman, Abe Kusam, Kanesh Anglican JSS. We constructed literally our own washroom. It was Nipa and Seshi, but he guided us to construct our own thing, and he taught us all the basic things that we needed to know. Today, where is the practical, portion or bit of our education? Where is it today? Where exactly is the practical bit of our education? Watch.
Okay, so she has just completed a 4-course war with 3 blocks in each course. For 3 blocks in each course. Now, the reason why she brought this half block at both ends of the course is that when you mistakenly decide to use a full block, you are going to play something called straight joint. Say straight joint. Straight joint. So in order to avoid the straight joint, you need to introduce what we call half block or half back. So the half break will be placed at both ends of the 4th course and then the 2nd course, so that we can avoid continual straight joints. So this is joining and assembling when it comes to race playing. Now the next time we meet, we are going to do practical work. This is dry bonding, no mortar. Now next week we are going to have our mortar, and then we form a correct and a very practical for you to see how best we can erect our wall.
If all teachers were this dedicated, and they will not come to school to sell achomo and aigbe toffee and all those things to the children before they start teaching, if all teachers were this dedicated and they would lay down their lives and practicalize the lessons, if all teachers were this dedicated, their call and demand for better conditions of service, of course, look at the classroom where he's teaching. All is not well, but he has not given up. He's teaching because that is what he said he wants to do. Love for work. This one is field craft. He's teaching them. He's shaping their minds. And that was the whole concept of JSS. I don't know what the concept of JHS is, but that was the whole concept of JSS. Cultural studies, social studies, they will teach you how to bake, how to sew, grey baft, different kinds of stitches, and we had a timbal and all of that. Now, we don't know where all of those things have gone. So now everybody says, I am done with school. Government must find me work. I am done with school. Government must find me work. We knew tenon saw, we knew rip saw, we knew, all those things. And he's wearing, look, he doesn't care where he's teaching. He is properly dressed in a shirt and a tie, properly tucked in with his nice black shoe, nice trousers. Look, applaud this teacher. This is the example we want to see. Not teachers who get there and say, and that is why I support what President Mahama said, that look, going forward, we will not have to build any school without a teacher's bungalow, because this teacher does not have to be stressed trying to look for accommodation. No. This teacher does not have to be stressed trying to look for accommodation. No. And there are many other teachers like this, like the teacher who drew a whole computer interface on the screen, just so students could have it, because as a country we have failed to provide the computers for the children. In that school there was not even electricity. There's no interface. There are teachers like this who break their back every day. And there will be people who will be sitting in Accra in air conditions. If this teacher for just one day misses lesson notes, somebody will write and say, come to Accra, come and explain. Look, if you know this teacher, applaud him and give him something. I wish I knew his Momo number. These are the kinds of people we are looking for to move our country forward. You don't have an idea the impression he has made. Look, I was done with JSS many years ago, more than almost 30 years ago. I still remember Abeku Sam and the kind of impact he had on me. I still remember Mrs. Atumbu for the impact that she taught me how to bake sponge cake and all of that. I still remember it, and I can still make it. You have no idea when you have an opportunity with children to impact them, and you decide that, look, the other time I showed you something from Ruby Joe Education Institute, that around the Brigade area, right? English Yaman for Brigade area. And I showed you how, because of what Madame Adole Brown had done in the school, the children found money and they didn't put it in their pockets. They returned the money to the headmistress to say, take it, madam, it is not our money. The school rewarded them, but it was a big lesson for everybody. How many of us will find what doesn't belong to us and will willingly return it? How many? Today, people forcefully steal. They find ways to bypass biometric systems to steal. I'll talk about it. Look, let's go to KNUST. There's an update. A very young, beautiful lady has lost her life. We don't know what caused it, but I'm told that CCTV footage is showing some violent exchanges, etc., whatever it is. And this is where we'll urge the police to deal with this matter quickly. This is dated the 27th of February, 2025 from the KNUST for immediate release, a press release. It says, update on the death of Miss Joanna Deladem Yabani. Further to our earlier press release on this tragic incident, we wish to inform the university community that the suspect, believed to be the mastermind behind the gruesome murder of Miss Joanna Deladem Yabani, a final year biological science student of the KNUST, right? A final year biological science student of the KNUST has been apprehended by the regional police for interrogation following a thorough review of our internal CCTV footages. The suspect, identified as a fellow student residing in the same hostel as the deceased, was found in possession of the clothing worn during the crime, which has been retrieved as evidence. We appeal to all students and members of the university community to remain calm as the police continue their diligent investigations to uncover the full details surrounding this unfortunate incident. The management of KNUST, in collaboration with the security services and the regional police command led by IGP himself, is taking all necessary measures to ensure the safety and security of students and the entire university community. To this end, security has been significantly reinforced with over 50 police officers deployed across campus, 5 mobile police patrol teams from the anti-robbery squad, 34 patrol officers from the SWAT unit in the Ashanti region. Additionally, security personnel stationed at strategic locations. We state that 80% of the university campus, including the location where this incident occurred, is under CCTV surveillance, and we're working to have 100% coverage soon. Our internal security personnel have also been strategically deployed to enhance vigilance. We extend our deepest condolences to the parents of the family, etc. Now, they say they want to advise students to walk in pairs, especially at night, avoid dark and isolated areas, refrain from carrying laptops and other valuables at night, reporting any suspicious activities. For assistance, they put a number there you can call. This is assigned by Dr. Daniel Norris Becoin. He's the Deputy Registrar, Investor Relations Office, KNUST. The young lady met her untimely death, and it is a very sad one indeed. And I digress a bit. Tomorrow, I'm told that the portions of the La Paz on the N1 highway will be blocked tomorrow, the 3rd, right? The 1st. Tomorrow will be the 1st to the 3rd of March 10 p.m., 3 a.m. Every day, it will be blocked because they want to fix the bridge, I understand. So please note, tomorrow to the 3rd, that's the 1st to the 3rd, 10 p.m. each day to 3 a.m. the next day, it will be blocked. So there will be MTTD drivers there to guide you, by the way, but that's my civic duty to do. So I've informed you.